Good morning, everyone. Dervla Clark here, coming to you live. And this morning's topic is day 3 on my A to Z of transformation and healing. And today I'm going to speak with you 6 aspects that relate to C. Now, when I start talking about this, so many more ideas come into my mind, but I would really love for you to like, comment and share this video and let me know what else would you add to the list, because what I'm finding is when I'm just quickly brainstorming this is that more and more ideas come to me, and what I would love is your interaction and your ideas as to what C means to you in relation to transformation and healing. So for those of you who don't know me and what I do, hi Bernie, you're very welcome. I work with spiritual, heart-centered women in business to help you to release the blocks, the fears, the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from thriving in your life and in your business, because you deserve to be happy, you deserve to have success and abundance on all levels. So if that resonates with you, well then you're in the right place. And if you do know any other women who would benefit from this video, please do like and share it. Help me to spread my message out there. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind for me is connection. And connection is all about connection with self, connection with others. So how is your connection with yourself? How is your self-belief? How are you speaking to yourself? How are you treating yourself? Hi Nora, you're very welcome. So how are you treating yourself? How are you speaking to yourself? How are you nurturing your body? Are you feeling grounded? Are you feeling connected in your body? A lot of women that I've worked with actually say to me afterwards, you know, I feel like I'm at home now. I feel like there was a part of me missing, because they didn't feel connected truly to their bodies. They didn't feel connected. They were living in their heads, not feeling grounded, not fully connected. So the mind, the body and spirit really needs to be connected for us to live fully at our full true soul essence. So just check in with yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. How at home do you feel in your body? How connected do you feel with yourself? A lot of people I work with are disconnected. They're disconnected from self. They're disconnected from their own wants, their own needs, their own desires, their own heart and soul calling, or they're putting it on hold because they're so busy living the life that they think they should live, living the life that's expected of them to live. And with that comes unease, dis-ease and irritability and just feeling out of sorts with yourself. So just check in and see, does that one resonate with you? Okay, now I do have a few notes so that I will just check in. So connection with others. How is your connection with others? How is connection with your partner, your family, your siblings? You know, our family can be the biggest form of challenge, and that comes with the C as well, of challenge for us in our growth and our exploration of ourselves. So is there a challenging relationship in your life at the moment? If there is, know that all of what I can speak of, you can get support and you can get help with. You don't have to do this journey of life alone. So are you having some challenges in your relationships? You know, for those of us who have children, each stage of the children's growth, even up to young adult, can bring different challenges with it. Different, you know, as we're aging, brings different challenges. So life can be challenging at times. So how are you managing the challenges in your relationships? How are you managing what's showing up for you? Are you sticking your head in the sand and ignoring them? Or are you reaching out and asking for support and getting the support that you need? Now again, I can go much more in depth and with this subject, but I'm touching on this today because what I really want you to do is to start thinking about your own level of transformation. How fully in are you? You know, committed. How committed are you to your own transformation? Are you dipping your toe in and then you're stepping back out and you're thinking, oh, I want to change something, but you try it for a few days, it doesn't work, so you go back to your old patterns of behavior. That's not unusual. So check in. Again, not to 10 or not to 100%. How committed are you to your own transformation and your own healing? And healing happens on many, many layers. It happens on the mental, the physical, the emotion, the metabolic, the spiritual layers. Now, I may have to interrupt this video because there will be a delivery. I just see a van, so apologies if he does call. I was hoping he wouldn't in the middle of this till later, but if he does, apologies. So committing, how high is your level of commitment to yourself? Change. Change is a big component of transformation. Change can feel exciting, it can feel scary, it can feel uncomfortable. Change can bring with it a lot of fear. It can bring with it, letting go of the old patterns of behavior, the old conditioning that we were reared with, the old limiting beliefs. And letting go of that can be scary, can bring uncomfortable emotions and feelings with it. But what I say to you is to stick with it. I say to people, the day that you really don't feel like turning up to a session, maybe with me, is the very day that you really need to say yes to yourself, because your subconscious mind will come in different ways and sabotage ourselves and try and keep us safe and try and prevent us from moving outside of our comfort zone that's safe and familiar and moving into that transition, into that change that ultimately, through the discomfort, through the feeling uneasy, through the feeling of, well, what the hell is going on sometimes, you feel so much better when you come through the other side. It's like if you want to go into an exercise regime, you may not want to start, and then when you start and you do one session, you feel great afterwards. You may feel wrecked, you may feel sore, you may feel tired, but the next time you go again, it gets easier and you find yourself getting fitter and healthier and lighter. So it's all about this transition and being open to the different elements of change and of transition, because it can be a bit like a roller coaster, and it can be a bit like taking one step forward and two steps back, and you think, well, this isn't worth it, so I won't bother, it's not working. That's the very time that you really need to keep going. That's the very time that you really need to say, okay, witness the discomfort, witness that this change is uncomfortable, and know that when you commit to the relationship with yourself, you will feel so much better. And I tell you, in 6 months' time, you will look back and you will look at yourself in a whole different light. You will be vibrating, the cells of your body will be vibrating at a much higher level that will attract much more higher vibe people, places, situations into your life. Yes, step in and step out again, yes. Okay, great. Watching with the cuppa, and I have Yosessa. What am I? I am a transformational coach, so I'm talking about the A to Z of transformation. Apologies if I haven't pronounced your name properly. So glad you're staying, Bernie. Yes, again, we can be, our subconscious mind can bring us off in other directions, but I'm glad that this is resonating and that you're staying. So change, sometimes there can be a lot of change coming to us in blasts, and I can certainly relate to this. It's kind of like one thing changes, then another thing changes, and another thing changes, and it almost can bring in that element of change fatigue. It's like, I'm fed up of change, because what happens is it takes the cells of our body. The physical body is the last thing to really embody the transformation and the change, because we're here in the third dimension. It's that physical element of energy. So if we transform on the matrix, on the beliefs and the soul level, it can take time for the body to actually integrate those changes. And you can feel tired, you can feel quite exhausted as you're letting go of the old conditioning, the old beliefs that you've taken on from your family, from society, from schooling, from all of those sources of conditioning that we take on. It can bring up all of that fatigue. So my suggestion to you is to honor that fatigue, honor your body. If you need to sleep, if you need to rest, just take that rest. Listen to your body. What does she need? And my mission is really to help women to really up your self-care, up the quiet time, up the meditation time, in whatever way that is for you, and really start tuning into your body, your mind and your spirit, as to see what works for me, not what works for the masses out there, because we're all here with our own unique soul print to share with the world. And what happens when things aren't working, it's because we're trying to do it like everybody else. We're not in our full true soul essence, and we're not listening to the whispers, to the nudges of our heart and our soul. Okay, the next one I have written down is clutter. Letting go clutter, that can be emotional clutter, physical clutter, mind clutter. So what are you thinking? What thoughts are you thinking? When you look in the mirror, are you criticizing yourself? Criticizing is another C. Criticizing yourself. Are you saying, oh, look at the wrinkles, or look at the spots, or look at my hair, or whatever it is, you know, I'm overweight, or I'm not fit enough, or this, that and the other. We're very good at criticizing ourselves. So just mind the chatter, mind the self-chatter. Instead of criticizing, compliment yourself. Louise Hay does amazing work with the mirror work, and you know, she has amazing material out there. So when you're past the mirror, instead of looking at yourself and criticizing yourself, and this may bring up uncomfortable emotion, as you go through the change, pay yourself a compliment. Look in your eyes and look for the soul. Look to connect with the heart and soul, because our physical bodies change. They change all the time as we age and as we move through life. So it's about embracing that change as well. So letting go of the clutter, physical clutter around you. So look around. Now, I'm not saying that you do everything that I'm talking about here in one fell swoop, because that would only bring overwhelm. But in the terms of clutter, I heard someone speak about the 5-minute rule. If it's even 5 minutes that you clear out a drawer in your home, if it's 5 minutes that you clear your office, if it's 5 minutes that you delete all of those thousands of emails that come in, something I have to do again. 5 minutes of maybe tidying your room, making your bed, a few minutes every day, that brings the compound effect to change, which in over 6 months' time, you will look back at your physical environment. It changes you on an energetic level. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel more joyful. All of those things can transform. So, you know, I could do live streams, and that's what I might actually do, is take the points and do particular live streams on each subject later on, and let me know if this is resonating with you. Let me know if you're having any ahas, if this makes sense, if this is bringing awareness to you as to what you may need to bring your attention to. And again, accept where you are right now. Embrace where you are right now, and know that you've been doing the best that you can. We're all on this journey. We're all learning day by day. The next one is I have creativity. Clarity, creativity. So again, clarity of mind. What clarity, you know, are you maybe a bit overwhelmed with ideas? This can happen to me. I can have so many ideas, and then I'm like, okay, which do I actually go with? I had this idea for the A to Z over a month ago, and I was putting it off and forgetting about it. Then I thought, no, just go with it. So clarity of mind. What one step do you need to take? And all we need to know is one step. We don't need to climb the staircase in one go. One step at a time. So where do you need to bring in clarity in your life? And there are simple exercises that we can do to help to bring in clarity. Creativity. Where can you be creative as you move through this change and this transition, this transformation? How can you bring fun and joy and lightness into it? It doesn't matter what age we are. Each and every one of us have this inner child within who wants attention, who's crying out for attention. But because we're you know, whether we're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter. This inner child needs attention. This inner child needs to draw, to skip, to dance, to sing. So bring in creativity, bring in fun. How can you bring in a bit of fun in your life? I'm working from home on my own. I actually enjoy coming on doing these live streams. I was drawing the other day, filling in colouring. Bring in play, sing, dance, whatever. Tune into your inner child. What does she need? Yes, Bernie, and with the clutter, it's like, and that's it, because if we try to do so much together at one time, we can bring overwhelm, and that means then that we sabotage, we procrastinate, so we don't do anything. So what I did at the weekend simply was I cleaned out the underwear drawers, I tidied up the room, we hoovered, we did a bit of cleaning, all of that, and it's a mission to kind of tidy as I go, because I can be a little bit messy sometimes. I'm not perfect, so it can be a little bit messy, so it's about, you know, one thing at a time. Pick one area and a few minutes at a time, day by day, and you'll find that when you start, you'll want to keep going. And if a day you don't feel like doing it, well, that's okay. That's part of being human. But just notice, are you sabotaging yourself, or are you coming up with excuses as opposed to actually really needing a rest? Okay. So before I came on the live stream, I just saw a quote from Albert Einstein, and in relation to clarity and creativity, it's thinking you cannot solve the problems at the same level we created them. So if we want to create change in our lives, if we want to bring transformation, our old ways of being, our old ways of thinking will no longer serve us. So it's like peeling back the layer of an onion, one layer at a time, bit by bit, day by day, minute by minute, one day at a time. That is so true. That really applies to every single one of us, one day at a time. And endeavour to be present in the moment, because we can tend to get kind of stuck in the past or projecting to the future, all of which is important. But if we're too much dwelling on that, we can lose the moment. So it's about opening to change and opening to transformation, letting go of the past limiting beliefs and the past traumas that are playing like records in the background, negatively affecting your experience today. And I know so much about that. So if that's something that you want help with, please do contact me. So I've talked about the clutter. So letting it go. So it's like cleaning from the inside out. We clean the old emotions. We let go, declutter the mind. We declutter the body. What foods are you eating? What toxins in your body? Do you need to start drinking more water? Do you need to start getting more fresh air? All of that, okay? I'm conscious now. I don't want to go too in depth with each of these, okay? So mind, body, spirit, what one step can you take today? Is it drinking more water? Is it even dancing around the kitchen? Is it getting fresh air? Is it cleaning a drawer? Is it clearing old limiting beliefs that are holding you back? What one step can you do today to help you to move forward in your transformation and have fun with it? Because it can be uncomfortable. It can be quite serious when we're digging up the old wheels of limiting beliefs, but you will feel so much better afterwards. Okay, and the next one I'm going to talk about today is colour, fabulous colour. So colour is absolutely amazing for bringing transformation. It's very simple, it's profound. We can bring colour into our day in so many ways. It really helps to clear stuck energy in relation to limiting beliefs, whether those limiting beliefs are formed in this lifetime, whether they're formed in your womb, while you were in the womb, whether they're formed in past lives, whether you believe in that, connecting with your future self. Colour is super, super powerful, super profound in transforming lives. It has made a huge difference to my life, and I'm still learning more about it day by day. It is becoming more and more of my mission to really share more about colour and how it transforms together with the other techniques that I use. So colour brings healing, it brings transformation, it's very gentle, it's profound. Very gentle, yes, profound, and it is something that I can teach you to use on a daily basis, whether you're out in a busy shopping mall, whether you're in the bank, whether you're in a restaurant, whether you meet somebody who's triggering something within you. Colour can help with all of those situations. Colour can help you with grounding, with helping you to feel safe and secure. It can help you to tap into your creativity, your ideas for your business. It can help you to release the clutter that you're holding back in relation to beliefs in your business about yourself. It can help you to build confidence and self-esteem. Nora's after mentioning yellow. Yellow brings up confidence, self-esteem. Yellow helps to release fear. It brings clarity of mind. It's amazing sun-filled colour, sunshine colour that really it does help us to stand on our power. And it is a colour that's really in this season as well. I actually was looking for something, there's different colours I'm looking for, haven't got them yet. Yellow and pink are two of them, and green, but I'll get them. So no doubt yellow is fabulous on you, Nora. Notice how you feel when you're wearing it. So colour, transformation and healing. So I do hope that those 6 aspects of transformation have really maybe stirred your curiosity. You see, when I speak, I get more ideas. Stirred your curiosity about what one thing can I do to help to transform my life, to bring me up to a higher level of vibration today. Because we want to feel empowered. My mission is to help women in business to feel empowered, to feel confident, to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel like you're living your life, not the life that maybe you think you should be living, not running your business in the way that you think you should. You know, there's so much stuff out there, and I'm guilty of getting lost and doing stuff, you know, for quite a while. When my body was healing physically, I was getting caught up in, oh, I should be getting up earlier, I'm not being productive, I'll never be successful. And I just surrendered to all of that because my body needed to sleep quite a lot because I was healing viruses and other sorts of stuff. My body needed to sleep. So I surrendered, I listened, I honoured my body, and it's about committing to what do you need in your life right here, right now. Letting go of comparisonitis, another C, letting go of comparing yourself to other women out there in business. You know, I see it comes in for me. It sneaks in. It's like I'm looking at people and they're getting the programs out there and I'm thinking, crikey, Dervla, you know, I thought you'd have yours out there and you don't have it out there. But I catch myself and then I come back and I was like, that's not my life purpose. My life purpose evolves in a different, you know, there's a time and a place for everything. And there is that divine right timing. So I do hope that what I've spoken about resonates with you. So maybe just comment below what one thing resonated with you the most from this live stream, or what one step can you take to help you to move forward in your own transformation today. Transformation can be instantaneous, but it also takes time. Like, you know, in my case of leaving a job and in there for 30 years and then going into the mode of setting up, that doesn't happen overnight. That's still an ongoing process, learning about the way that suits my energy system, my energy blueprint of working. It doesn't, there are lots of women in business working in a way that no way would suit my energy system in the way that it is right now. And I know that. So it's about trusting yourself, trusting your gut, trusting those inner command is the word that's coming, but it's like command. Yeah, so command, take command. Why am I bringing in command? Why is the word command coming in? It's about, command can have a negative connotation, but it's about almost commanding yourself to commit to transformation. Maybe that's what I need to say. I don't know. That one is not quite clear for me. Okay, right. Feeling that you have to hoard everything, Bernie. Right, okay. So the feeling of that having to hoard something, everything as well is, you know, what is that clutter? You know, there can be memories and there can be emotions associated to clutter. So it's about looking at the clutter, and as Marie Kondo says, does this spark joy? Does this bring joy? If it doesn't, well then perhaps give it to a charity shop, or sell it on eBay, or done deal, or whatever, or just dump it. If it's torn, if it's broken, and if you're not going to use it, then it's time to let it go. And remember, decluttering can bring up emotions, because if we tend to hoard stuff, it's like, you know, that can bring maybe a level of, well, I feel safe if I have all this stuff around me. I don't feel safe if I have this space around me. And notice, I did one video, I think, on cluttering. I think it's in my library now. But you know, if you want me to do more cluttering, just comment and I can come in and do some on that. In one of the live streams, because it's something I'm working through myself, and it does make space, but it's very important then that we don't automatically think, okay, because we say the wardrobe is empty, well, there's space in the wardrobe, I have to fill it, and I have to fill it, and I have to fill it right back up to maybe even worse than what it was. So just notice your patterns of behavior in relation to clutter, in relation to physical stuff. What can you let go of? And again, 5 minutes, if it's even starting with 5 minutes a day. Set your timer, 5 minutes, clean a drawer, one drawer at a time, clean out your socks at a time, whatever it is. Marie Kondo's book is, I have it on Kindle. To be honest, I've only glanced through it. But if clutter is an issue for you, maybe do look into Marie Kondo's method of decluttering, the KonMari method of decluttering. People swear by it. Other people say start with your clothes first, start with your own physical clothes first. And if you do happen to be highly sensitive, you may have particular emotions associated, whether it's with jewellery and letting them go, or pictures maybe that has been in family for generations, but it's not serving you. And to give you an example of that now, I feel I need to share this. I had a picture in the hall. My mother didn't have much material things, God rest her, when she died. But there was one picture that I brought with me, and I had it in the hall. And then I was feeling a very, very strong energy of that I needed to get this house energy, the land in particular, energy cleared. Long story short, anyways, brought a lady in to clear the land because I knew there was stuff that needed to be cleared on the land. And as I was sitting looking at the picture, I was like, that picture has to go. It was the one thing that I had physically. I was like, that picture has to go. And when I looked at it, I hadn't noticed it, even though it was hanging in the wall for a few years. It was like, too old to have fun. And I was like, feck that. I'm not too old to have fun. But the energy of it didn't feel right. And I know she actually didn't buy it herself. She got a present of it. So I was like, no, that wasn't her, because she liked to have a laugh and the joke. I thought, no, that doesn't sit. So it's actually, we left it in the garage. I'm not sure if my husband brought it to St. Vincent de Paul. Was only thinking of it the other day. But that's just an example of, something that I had connected with my mother. But when I looked at it, I knew it was time to let it go. And when I took it off the wall, there's still a blank space actually where I took it off. It felt right to let it go, because it actually, it wasn't fully resonating with her energy. I've no idea who gave it to her, but it's like, no, this, I'm not too old to play. This house is a place for joy and for lightness of being. So that's just one example. Sorry for rambling now, but that just may help you in relation to holding on to stuff that we think we should hold on to. So tune in. Does it make you feel heavy? Does it make you feel light? If it makes you feel heavy, there's something that you either need to let it go, or there's an emotional attachment that you need to look at. So, and colour can help you with releasing, the fear around letting go stuff and all of that. So overall, everything that I've spoken of, colour and all the other energy healing modalities like tapping and matrix re-imprinting and all of the work that I do is powerful in helping you to transform your life. So, one other thing I forgot is community. Community is very important. And if you are not already in my Empowering Business Success group, I will post the link for you to join. It's for heart-centered women in business, and I really want to get the energy of that ramping up. And so if that is something, if you're feeling a bit isolated, if you're feeling alone, particularly if you're working from home and if you're a solopreneur, it can feel isolating, it can feel challenging. This journey of entrepreneurship can be a little more emotional roller coaster. And I know that myself, and that was one of the big reasons I set up the group, was that women didn't feel isolated, that we had some place to come in and to support each other online. So I'll share the link. You can join that group if that resonates with you. And please do like, comment and share this live stream with other women in business who you feel will benefit. Because let's face it, community is so important, whether that's 2 people coming together, whether it's 200, whether it's 8, 10, 12, it doesn't matter. When people come together, you have the collective energy, another C, collective energy, which empowers, which strengthens the transformation. You'll notice when a room full of people come together, when a group of women come online, whether it's an online course or an online group, and when you're committed to showing up and allowing yourself to express the good stuff, the not so good, the crappy stuff in between, let go of the crap, another C, you will feel so much better and supported. So that's all I'm going to say, because I could keep going with this, and I don't want to take up too much more of your time. So thank you so much for joining me live. Let me know, Bernie, best of luck with your decluttering. Nora, you're feeling empowered with your colour. Delighted to hear that. And I see Rachel joined us for a while. So anybody else watching the replay, please feel free to share this with your friends. And I will be doing more live streams during the week. And I will be coming in for the next A to Z transformation. I'll be talking about the letter D. So I've no idea right now. I have a few notes written, see what comes through me to share with that. So have a great day, evening. Enjoy your cup of tea. Take a break. Give yourself permission to have fun, to enjoy your day. So that's it. Take care, and I shall see you very, very soon. Bye for now.